Welcome to the Everything Is Earned podcast. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Tim, your co-host.
And we're going to break down everything happening in your Cleveland sports world. And, of course, we have to start with the Browns. Get a big victory here.
Victory Monday.
Yeah, Victory Monday. That always feels good. And we're on a little 3-game win streak.
We had 3 Victory Mondays in a row? No.
Yeah. Oh, we had a Victory Friday.
We had Victory Weekend.
Yeah, Victory Weekend. It was like a party.
All weekend.
Sort of. It was like a party / discuss Myles Garrett weekend. Anyways, Browns go in to First Energy Stadium again and win their third straight against the Miami Dolphins. We go up, 28-0 early.
In the first half.
And we look like, or we're like, unstoppable.
But we had a decent offense, which we expected all year.
And then in the third quarter, we got a little bored. We let them come back a little bit. And then fourth quarter, we slammed it shut and played good football again. Ultimately, you take care of business. And I don't really care if you're playing Mentor High School or if you're playing Michigan State University, or if you're playing the Miami Dolphins, or playing the Bengals. I don't care what the opponent is. A win is a win is a win. And I'm going to take it. Because the wins in the NFL don't come easy, and they all count. And they all help you get to the playoffs. So I'm going to take a win. I'm going to enjoy it. And we're going to get excited for the Pittsburgh game.
Pittsburgh game, yes. It is officially Steelers week.
Again.
Again, for the second time in 3 weeks. A few things here. Today we saw that Mason Rudolph got benched for some guy named... I can't remember what name it was.
Exactly.
No, his name was Duck, which is really funny.
You got for Duck.
Considering that's what
he's trying to duck you up.
That's what the second string quarterback didn't do when they played the Browns. I thought that was kind of funny.
He ducked?
He didn't duck.
He super ducked.
Yeah, no,
he ducked a lot.
No. I'm saying the second string quarterback didn't do when they played the Browns. That's what he didn't do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Myles Garrett situation. That's all.
Anyways, so the Browns beat up on Miami. Jarvis Landry has a revenge game, which is excellent because they basically said last year that they sent the Browns
2 years ago.
2 years ago to send the Browns to like Siberia. Yeah, it was like we're exiling you because we're done with you.
Yeah, we want you to have no career ever and send you to Cleveland.
And honestly, this is and factually, this is the first game he's actually been back in Miami. So that's really the first time he's got a chance to kind of give him some get back. And he had 10 catches, he had 148 yards, had a couple touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and the man played outstanding football, and he was catching everything that was thrown to him.
Yep, everything. He had 10 receptions on 12 targets.
Now I know the secondary for the Dolphins speed up, but Baker
and bad. They sent away Fitzpatrick or
Mika Fitzpatrick. Yeah, they traded him.
Miguel. Yeah.
Yeah, Mika Fitzpatrick. Not to be confused with Ryan Fitzpatrick, whose birthday was today. Happy birthday, Ryan. Happy birthday.
You're welcome.
Anyways, so the secondary is bad. Not a big deal. But Baker made some intermediate to advanced throws today. The offense was clicking, and it seemed like when third down came down, we were not worried about it unless we were fumbling the ball accidentally, which happened twice.
What's happened? What, 3 times? At least twice.
Twice.
At least twice.
It was a snap communication the first time. The second one was a toss pitch miscommunication, which was silly because if they would have pulled it off, they had OBJ wide open for a touchdown. But not to worry. Anyways, so first time that Jarvis and Odell had a touchdown in the same game all year. Is that right?
Yeah,
that's super right.
It was like through 12 weeks. 12 weeks of football.
Yeah, you got to get those boys involved more sometimes, man. Anyways, things are on the up and up.
Say it one more time.
Focus on the positives.
What was it? It took 12 weeks of football for Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. to have a touchdown both in the same game.
It's not a fun stat, but it is a stat.
It is real.
It's a real stat. It's out there. We can't hide from it. It's not going to get us. We gotta learn from it and move on. But the Browns played a good game overall today. The defense held up.
Joe Schobert, my boy, had another big game. He had 2 interceptions today. That's his 4th. After today, that's his 4th interception in 2 games. The boy's trying to get into the Pro Bowl for the 2nd straight year, and he's making his case. He's covering some ground. He's making some tackles.
He's trying to get a big old extension.
He's looking a little bit faster, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. He's doing the things that everyone doesn't like Joe Schobert for.
He's trying to get that provider money. He's got a baby on the way. He's got to earn that money.
Yeah. He's trying to do that.
He's got to get that money.
He's trying to get that Harley Davidson money.
Get that money. Cool Heads Live Sports.
But he's balling. Matt Wilson held his own today. He had a few tackles for loss. Denzel Ward remained healthy.
Yeah. Ultimately, the defense did an acceptable job against a bad team.
4 sacks.
And you closed the door on a team that had no business, being in the game. Anyways, so ultimately you take care of an opponent that you have all the rights to take care of, and you definitely close the door when you should have. So giving either win the one you should, stamp on that one, and on to the next one. So we have Pittsburgh coming up. We mentioned a couple things about Pittsburgh. They don't know who they're going to start next week. Tomlin is keeping it a mystery. Tomlin. I said Tomlin.
Tomlin.
Yeah, Tomlin is keeping it a mystery as to not tip his hat which of the worst quarterbacks he's gonna put in the game. Ultimately, this is going to be a win. I'm not even worried about the game in Pittsburgh. I know a bunch of Browns fans are going to make a bunch of jokes throughout the week.
Big old deal about it.
Wear a bunch of Myles Garrett jerseys. That's fine. Let's take care of business. Let's come out without getting injured. And then we'll move on to, the Cardinals after that? No, the Bengals.
The Bengals. So a tough opponent. We go back into the division with the Bengals. Ultimately, you want to avoid turnovers. Keep it. I mean, Baker had his first turnover yesterday, for the first time in 4 games. But he's done a great job taking care of the ball. So we want to keep him, keep the forced throws to a minimum. Hold on to the ball. Utilize those 2 bats. But yeah, we want to stay healthy. We just want to get through clean on those games. We want to keep it rolling. You have to stay focused because you mentioned trap game and all these lesser opponents that we're facing in coming weeks here are going to want to try to get a piece of the Browns here.
They're all very trappy, but you know what I will say about the Browns right now, and this is the real positive, and I want everyone to take note of this. When you take care of business and beat teams you should, whether we win by 1 point or 1,000,000 points, you build momentum. And you start to find things that work and start to get some chemistry. And you start to find things that click and you build trust with your teammates. And so even though it's the Miami Dolphins, Baker let it rip today, to Jarvis and to Odell. And that's a positive going forward because now they know they can count on them in those situations and Baker could feed those balls in there.
And he had some really nice passes today. I think early on in the season after he had those 11 early interceptions, through 6 weeks, 5 weeks of football. It looked a little gun shy for a week or two there. So it's good to see he's gunning the ball out and still making those throws where he knows he can make, and trying to make the offense and turn into like the next level that we know where they can be.
Yeah, he had a really good feel in the pocket today. But the what you build on, from week to week, even when you get the wins against lesser opponents, it helps.
And it's a confidence. It's a confidence of knowing that you can win.
Yeah,
and 100%. Regardless of who you're playing, if you know you can close games and win games, that just adds to your confidence. And when you go to play those tougher opponents, you have a better confidence that you can get it done when you face adversity.
Yeah, it's all about building that momentum, and that's what the Browns need to do in order to get in the playoffs here. They got to keep winning, and they got to win.
One game at a time. One win at a time, as Matt Wilson would say. One win at a time. 1 week at a time.
That's what everyone says.
No, he says 1 win at a time. Is there something there? I don't know.
Matt will say
I'm a little off of it.
With the famous generic quote of, we take it 1 week at a time. That's a standard greeting as far as football players are concerned. We got Pittsburgh ahead of us, so we're gonna stay focused on Pittsburgh. We're gonna make sure we don't lose our focus, and we're gonna concentrate on the task at hand.
There was something that I remember from that episode.
That's a great
moving on. That about does it. We want to stay healthy. We want to beat these teams that we know we should beat, and just try to take it 1 week at a time and get into the playoffs here.
Absolutely.
Moving on to some Cleveland basketball.
Oh, some Cavs basketball.
Yeah. It hasn't been good for the past week and a half, 2 weeks here. We lost 4 straight, and then we took a weird win over against Portland the other night.
I like that Portland win. It was good.
You know what I think about Portland, Mike? I think, there's a few things about Portland.
With injuries?
Well, yes, but I think Portland is a lot like what Cleveland's trying to be and a lot like Cleveland is. Cleveland has a tandem of of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, which many people think Darius Garland and Thomas Hutchinson can be. I don't know if I agree with that, but they have very similar at this time with all the injuries. They have very much like the Cavs right now. They have a lot of potential still for the Cavs in the backcourt, and then they're missing height in the front court. And they have enough scoring, but you're where's the defense and you don't trust the defense right now. And yeah, I see a lot of similarities, and that's what they're going through a lot of struggles. You don't have any height to protect you. So when you have mediocre defenders, or you have these scoring guards who are less than average defenders, they have no one to protect them. And you had Tristan Thompson the other night, but Kevin Love was out again, and John Henson's been out, and we know Ante Zizic is a far below average player, especially a big man in the league.
He didn't really play that game, though, did he? Not really at all.
He shouldn't. But we need height. We need someone who's more than 6'9".
That's why I need
Larry
Henson to come back.
Larry Nance has been playing better, and he's been more decisive, which is my main bugaboo with him.
Your main bugaboo?
My main bugaboo with Larry Nance is that he's not decisive, and he takes way too long to make decisions.
Okay, so on the positive side of things here, the Cavs getting their butts handed them this whole road trip, come back to Cleveland off of a back-to-back where they lost by 40.
20.
No, they lost by 42 points to the Mavericks.
Hold on. I'm going to read these out to you. Lost by 11. Lost by 19. Lost by 18. Lost by 24. Lost by 42.
And then they come home on a back-to-back without Kevin Love, and they beat Portland.
Well, you saw McKinney in that lineup. You saw a little bit more defense.
McKinney was plus 15, by the way, in that game.
He's nice. He's a nice little piece. He's one of those players. I think that's why he got minutes over in Golden State. Besides lacking depth, but he's one of those players that you need on a good team. You just need some grit, and you need that fight coming off the bench.
He's this year's David Nwaba. I said it.
Yep.
Bingo.
You're gonna see it a little bit more too. We're gonna post that here.
Don't worry, we believe McKinney as a situational role player.
Yeah, but he makes corner threes. Oh, speaking of McKinney, I saw him miss the first corner three I've ever seen him miss in the NBA. So I broke the curse.
How dare you?
The good luck there.
How dare you?
So yeah, I had to admit that I lost. I saw that.
Do you want to know? You want to know one thing though? The Cavs are actually only one game out of the A seed. Isn't that wild? The bottom of the East is
they've been playing awful.
Garbage.
They've lost.
The bottom of the East is absolute trash. Look at this nonsense. We're the Orlando Magic are in the A seed right now at 6-9, and the Cavs are 5-11, and they're only one game out.
And
isn't that wild? So here's why I keep saying the Cavs can make it to the playoffs. At some point, some of these teams are going to gain some separation, and some teams are going to drop off. And at that point, the Cavs need to consider whether they're going to make a push and make a couple trades, or they're going to just be a middle of the road tanky type team. Because you can't really truly tank now with the lottery system being different.
You can try.
You can try, but did it work out last year? Nope. So you want to be vastly to middle of the road mediocre.
I think you want to push middle of the road and then try to make that a lot slow push.
I wouldn't mind playoff experience for this team. I think it'd be really good for all
of
them. You know, another positive was Jetty Osman the other night.
Oh, weird. He kind of did what I thought he would do, or what I've been saying he should be doing, having the ball in his hands more. And leading fast breaks. When he has the ball in his hands on fast breaks, he's at his best.
That's European style basketball right there.
Yes, it is.
Carve it up in the fast break. Jetty Osman makes the best decisions in the fast break. He had some dimes. He
was passing Tristan Thompson all night long. You had Larry Nance who missed a alley-oop dunk. And I think Tristan was one too. They didn't want.
Probably had 8 assists.
Yeah, they didn't want to give him an assist.
But he only had 5 officially.
Yeah, he should have had 8, but he only had 5. I mean, Darius Garland, he's taking more shots. He had a nice little floater where I'm beginning of the season, first couple of games, he wouldn't have took that. So he's starting to figure out a little bit of what his shots are. And then,
but here's what this team is right now. This team is they're kind of they're fun. They're kind of infuriating because you'll be like, oh, that was a great play. Oh, that's a good read. Oh, that's an awesome shot. And then next minute you're like, wait, why would you pass that? Why would you slide your feet? Why would you not tell the guy to switch? And then you're like, oh, why did you stand around? Why didn't you make that pass? And it's and then a minute later you're like, oh, that's a great effort. That's an awesome defensive play. For example, they trapped Lillard at the top of the key, and Garland got an awesome steal. He had a breakaway layup. There was nobody in front of him, and he fumbled the ball because he looked back and got no points out of it. And it's like, oh my gosh, dude, like that's exactly what
you
this
saw
team
some
is.
defense from Garland. He tipped it. He had the awareness to shoot up the court and let Tristan Thompson grab it. He passed him the ball instead. He's still young to the game. He didn't think he had the speed on that fast break, and he was afraid that he might get blocked. Instead of just corralling the ball first, picking it up, and then looking behind you, he'll figure it out. But that's one of those players, like you said, that's so infuriating.
It sums up what the Cavs are right now: is they'll make a great play and then they'll make a bad play, and they'll make another great play and they'll make a bad play.
I just want to cut loose ends,
iron out those mistakes,
because every time I watch a game, I know what's gonna happen. I feel like I know where our downfall is gonna be, and if we just had the height, I feel like it would solve so many problems. John Beeline talked about in some Mavericks and the Heat, how we just didn't have the height. How Love's been out, Henson's been out since first couple of games.
Thompson took a rest game. Like, we don't have any height. We talked about Thompson being the tallest guy at 6'9", maybe 6'10", as a capable player. And then McKinney is 6'9". Like, McKinney is almost the same height as Thompson. And those are your tallest players. You want to know who helped
rebound
defense. A lot against Portland?
Yes.
Jetty Osman. He had 12 rebounds.
Yeah.
He's tied for a team high.
Said it. He needs to be a point forward.
Awesome?
He needs to be a point forward.
Gosh, I love Jetty Osman so much.
And I think John Beeline is starting.
I'm so into his development.
He's one of those infuriating players too. Well, he'll hit 3 threes in a row, and then he'll take the stupidest shots, and he just doesn't touch the rim. Early on in the Portland game, it clanked off the backboard like really hard. He had another one. He had a mid-range jump shot, just like that. And we were like, dude, what are you doing? How do you miss that badly as an NBA player? And then you have those plays where he has 3 alley-oops right in a row to Tristan Thompson and Larry Nance. You're like,
oh, that was awesome. You're like here you go. Here's Jetty seeing the game perfectly and throwing pinpoint passes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, there's the experienced European player that we've known him to be at times.
Absolutely.
But I think part of that is just figuring out what role you have on the offense. And I think John Beeline is figuring out more and more that he can't have Colin Sexton with the ball in his hands or try to make plays in his hands. He's in there for one reason on offense, and it's to score and to push the ball downhill. If he can't, he's getting the ball out of his hands quickly, or late in the shot clock, he's getting the ball back and trying to make a quick shot. He didn't make those one-on-one shots, but at this point, you do not want him consuming the ball on the majority of your shot clock. I think when him and Jetty on the game, you didn't see Jetty holding on to the ball and trying to make plays on the half-court offense much more than Colin Sexton.
So we're going on a homestand, right?
Yep.
The Cavs.
The Portland game was first of 6 games at home. The
we
longest of the
play
season.
the Nets tomorrow. You want to go see the next game or Monday? Is it today? Monday? Yeah.
Tonight it's 7:30.
7 o'clock.
We might be there.
I'm kind of into it. I'm into it, man. Kyrie's not playing because he's a big baby.
Oh, so we did cheap seats.
Yeah, seats will be real cheap. Kyrie's not playing.
Yeah, so if you guys listen to this podcast in the morning, you might be able to snag cheap seats for this Brooklyn Nets game at 7 p.m.
It's for real.
The Lockheed Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Yeah,
no Kyrie though. No Kyrie.
Yeah, because he's skipping
3 or 4 games.
Yeah, he's skipping going to Cleveland, Boston, and the Knicks.
He's like, nah.
The teams that hate him the most.
Nah.
Or have the least.
I don't want to be there.
Least likeness towards him.
Nope.
I love Kyrie. Honestly, I just think he's a weird dude. Like,
he's a real dude. I think part of that has gone back to bite him. With the media and sometimes with
whatever. That's the world we live in.
Impression.
But he hit the biggest shot in Cleveland history, so I'm perfectly fine with Kyrie.
Yep.
And I'll still rock his bobblehead. All right, last thing here on today's episode, we do have our holiday our Thanksgiving survival guide that we're gonna put together here. That's definitely still coming out. We're gonna
was that Tuesday or Wednesday? That's a Wednesday episode.
Yeah, we're gonna have that on Wednesday. I think we're gonna have a picture that's gonna accompany it, right? Like a picture, like a pocket picture, so you can know, have a quick reference.
We might.
Yeah, I just want everyone to have some main talking points and some main no talking points. We're gonna arm you with the stats and facts that you need to bring to the dinner table, so you have a quality football Cleveland sports discussion.
We just want you to
and stay out of the weeds.
To have the best material to argue Cleveland sports, so you can look like the smartest and most knowledgeable Cleveland sports fan in your family.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you well read, so when you walk into Thanksgiving, you're gonna own the conversation.
Popping eggnog thoughts, just pointing fingers, and be like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Colin Stetson on it could be anybody.
it could be anybody.
It's just my first little
man.
It's my first name that pops up.
Man, let me tell you.
It could be about Antonio Callaway, but man, we should have kept him. Or it could be about Miles Garrett. Who knows? But we're
gonna put this guy together, and it's gonna be real good.
Be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for this guy because I got.
Should we put like a Thanksgiving bingo in there too?
Oh, Thanksgiving sports bingo! It's lit.
So anytime they mention something like really obvious, you have to take like a shot or like do like a sip of eggnog or like give someone $1.
How many times they talk about Kosar and Mack and Biner? And back in my day, basketball was tough and physical. And
I didn't think of like two and now. Someone mentioned Bernie Kosar, like the Cardiac Kids, and then someone mentions the old days.
Webster Slaughter, any of those guys.
Shots. Yeah, what's a free pass? Anytime they mention the Cavs on a good gen.
Or Bernie, they're gonna talk about singing the Bernie song. Dear goodness, like if you're ready for some repetitive relative stories, we're gonna have the bingo. It's gonna be the best holiday guide ever. I'm so excited for this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna make it a bingo.
Holiday bingo.
Bring your holiday bingo.
Slash Cleveland sports guide.
Get your family involved. Get your siblings or your buddies, or whoever you want to be clued on the game. And then you have us a ton of fun with it because we're gonna make it a lot of fun.
We're gonna make it a PDF probably.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be printable.
Yeah,
I'm gonna print it up.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
holiday
fun for everybody.
Yeah, instead of your uncles like post some hand out some crazy like old stories for you to read after Thanksgiving dinner. You guys can bring out the holiday the bingo. Yeah. But that about wraps it up for this Victory Monday episode.
Victory Monday, baby. Yeah. It feels good.
Cavs have won the last game. The Browns have won. Still weekend.
Walk into work tall on Monday, knowing that Pittsburgh sucks and that your Browns are headed for the playoffs.
And Mason Rudolph started it.
100%. I'm Mike.
And I'm the alpha host, Tim.
And we're Everything Cleveland. And remember, in Cleveland, everything is earned.